Great. So this is our feedback session. Let's begin.
Let's begin. Okay,
Yeah.
Gabriela, that was nice to observe your video. I've learned many things from there. As I told you, it was even inspiring. Yes, because there were some details that were very interesting for me, and I've learned from it. I've really learned. Yes. Okay, so maybe I can start with some points that I wrote down. I will
Great.
mention them. I have here my notes. So the first point I wrote about was the clarity as strengths. Yes, strengths observed in your teaching session. One of the things I saw was the clarity of explanation. Yes, that was nice. I have the sensation that I'm not as clear as you when I explain. That was my personal sensation. And then when I was watching your session, I thought, oh, nice, I like it because I feel there is a pace and it is very clear. And I started applying this idea since I saw your video. Yes, this is one of the most remarkable aspects of your teaching, and I really like it. Another point that I've noted down here is content of organization. It was very clear, very well organized for me. Yes. Well, it is, this idea combines well with the idea of clarity of explanation. Yes. I felt that it was clearly organized and followed. Yes. Um, and your pronunciation. Yes. For me, your pronunciation is very clear. These are points that I highlight because, as I told you, I have the sensation that they are not my strengths. So when I saw them, I thought, okay, great, I have to learn this. I need to learn this. Okay, so as strengths, those are the strengths that I've seen. Yes, the most remarkable. Yes, of course. Would you like to share your strengths when you watched my video?
Of course. I also learned a lot from your class, Sergio. Thank you very much for the opportunity. It does take time to do this program, right? Peer observation, but it is helpful. Right.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Some of the strongest teaching points that I saw is, for example, your commitment with your students. You were very worried about your students doing the task correctly, understanding the instructions correctly so they don't get lost, especially because they're beginners, and there are beginners and there are some groups that are real beginners, right? So that's very, very helpful for your students. I really liked the way in which you gave instructions, and at the same time you wrote what you were saying on the chat box, so students get some visual aid as well, right? So the visual, a lot of our students are visual, so that is very helpful too. Mm-hmm. Um, you did something that I usually do as well, having your students repeat but with their microphones off, because we know that in virtual classes it could be a little bit, right, a little bit difficult to listen, to hear all of our students drill in class. But after that, you did ask your students to activate their microphones, even though it was a little bit difficult. You still did it. I really like that. Yes, definitely, it's very important to have our students activate their microphones and drill and repeat after us to check for problems. And boy, our beginners have our beginners, right? Our students in the beginners course, they do have pronunciation problems, so that is something that we need to reinforce. You assisted your students during breakout rooms, making sure they are doing the activity successfully. Of course, I really like that. Sometimes we don't have enough time, but if we organize, we can visit some of them and the others in the next activity and so on, right? I really liked uh, the um, the class. I lost something that I had here. Mm-hmm. After that, after activities, having your students to share their answers in breakout rooms, so they feel that there is a result, right, of what they've done. I really liked your class. Thank you very. It was very entertaining. I was like, and participating.
Thank you, thank you.
Let's go to the points, maybe to the suggestions, maybe.
Yes, of course. Here I have some of them. Let me see. Okay, I have this one. Creating a brief moment of connection before starting the slides. Okay, this is the one of the points that I suggested to maybe gives two or I usually take 2 or 3 minutes, and I assure that everybody has the cameras on and everybody responds and say hello, and I give some maybe we can, I don't know if I waste my time there, but I feel that that they connect and they establish a presence. Yes, and since that moment I catch their attention, and that is my feeling. Maybe I'm wrong, but that was my sensation, and that is one of the suggestions I highlighted there. And the second point was modeling the activity before per group or work group. Yes. It's also my sensation that when before an activity, I try to model the task that they are going to develop, and then when they see how I do it, they feel more confident and they do this easily. That's my sensation. Okay, those are my suggestions.
Thank you very much, Sergio. Of course, you are not wrong. I saw that you were calling your students and they quickly activated their cameras, and with a smile in their faces, they said hello to you. It is definitely not a waste of time. It is helpful. It helps you start your class with a good rapport, right? Feeling there is good rapport in your class. Thank you very much. I will start doing that. I usually do it, but when class is going on, all right? But at the beginning, I usually say, hello, good morning. I have them activate their microphones and I tell them, please, during communication while you're talking to me or your partners, activate your cameras. But having your students allow you to see them is also very good. Um, some of my suggestions for you are, for example, uh, yes, I wrote this in an email to provide the students maybe with prompts in order for them to use English, because it is very common that our students are like, oh yeah, ¿qué tenemos que hacer, right? To prepare for the activity. So what I usually do, and it works for me, is telling your students, I usually tell my students, don't use Spanish for organizing, okay? Don't say, okay, tú primero, and I provide them with the prompts that they can use. Like, for example, let's start. I will ask you the question, or what about you? What are your ideas? Is simple prompts like that, and it really helps students really feel they have to use English even for organizing.
Yeah,
Also,
right. Yes.
yeah, definitely. I think demonstrating what the students have to do before students go to breakout rooms is something everyone has to remember and reinforce, right? So instead of asking, do you understand? Maybe demonstrating what they have to do
Mhm.
before they go to breakout rooms. Depends on the activity as well, right? But it is there. Thank you very much. That's all for me. I really, really liked your class, Sergio. Thank you for the opportunity. It was very nice because I noticed that in the end, the students did understand what is an introduction, what is a, say a greeting, and what is a farewell.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, thanks a lot. Yes, I also found your video very nutritious. Yes, I've learned a lot from it, and I think that I am already applying those things that I told you, and they are working very well. Thanks for this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
All right. I think we have done it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Um, should you send me the link for the video, or
For you.
how's that work? Yes?
Yes, yes. I'll send it to you right now.
Okay, thank you very much because we have to fill in a form or something, right? Like that?
Yeah, we have to fill the form and send it. I think that we have to attach the video to this
The
form.
video. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so you'll send me the video.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Sergio. Bye bye.
Yes. Bye bye. And let me find where to stop the recording. And I okay, I already found it.